Okay, this is something that we need to speak on concerning about styrofoam, plastic, and sulfur. This is something I want to speak on. Now, about styrofoam, you know that white stuff, that the styrofoam cups, the styrofoam plates, all that is bad for our people. It's bad for we carbon beings, who they call black, who are not black, because the word black means to be pale. We are carbon beings, and we are alkaline in nature, and we're metallic in nature. Now, I'm going to give and explain of what a chemical reaction is. Okay, let's say you got baking soda. When you pour vinegar on baking soda, it begins to fizz and bubble up. That's called a chemical reaction. Now, the same thing happens when you pour acidic drinks inside of styrofoam cups. Like, it starts like when you pour acidic drinks, such as pop, liquor, beer, wine, and especially lemonade and coffee, it begins to create a chemical reaction called carcinogenesis, which are cancer agents, to be released into whatever you're using that cup for. So that styrofoam cup, it releases cancer agents inside of your drinks. So yeah, like all your different type of sodas, that's all acidic drinks. Especially the man-made lemonade that they be in the gas station. Causes a chemical reaction like cancer agents and all that type of stuff. Now, styrofoam cups, like when in contact with it, this is why a lot of restaurants, they stopped using styrofoam cups in place, because it was causing cancer. Same thing goes for plastic. Yeah, same thing goes for plastic. Release cancer agents from it when in contact with acidic drinks. Now, I wanted to talk about sulfur as well. Now, sulfur, there are 3 main proteins that sulfur has, right? Now, yeah, there are 3 amino acids within sulfur. Amino acids is the 3 main proteins within it, and those 3 main proteins are cysteine, and methylphene. Those are sulfurs. That is sulfur organ compounds, and one of them called cysteine is an energizer, the carcinogens, which are cancer agents we talked about earlier. This is why the other species on the planet, such as whites, Asian, Arabs, Mexicans, Indians, you know, all these different species of the same orcs and others, can get cancer faster and easier than we can, because they are acidic in nature, and we are alkaline in nature. They're acidic. And I hate to say it, but our people, we can get cancer too, because we're eating outside the balance of nature, we're drinking outside the balance of nature, we're getting all these sugary snacks, which are bad for our bodies. We should only be putting alkaline and natural things in our body. Only alkaline food, such as fruits, vegetables, nuts and grains, alkaline water, your natural smoothies that you make, your natural juices, all that. But hey, once we go on an alkaline diet, we can go on an alkaline journey as far as endless. All we have to do is clean up our diet, and we good. But yeah, with these white people, they can't go on a vegan diet. None of these other species, they can't go on a vegan diet, because they'll end up dying. Their bodies can't take just being on an alkaline diet for too long. So their bodies are different than ours. Just like sulfur. Another thing they don't talk about is that sulfur, they mostly use sulfur into making like insect spray, skunk scent, like insect repellent, and sulfurs and garlic. Just in all of these things that they use to like to make like odorizer. So what they're basically saying is that sulfur naturally has an unpleasant smell to it, and that's why when these other species, when they get wet, they smell like dog, they smell like skunk, they smell like all these other animals, because when they get wet, they got sulfur in them. And plus, sulfur is non-metallic. It doesn't got no electricity, doesn't got no metallic in it. That's why they say that sulfur is a bad conductor as well. And plus, under a certain temperature, sulfur burns up, which is why these white people, all these species, they all burn up in the sun, because they're made from sulfur. You know, it's just what it is. We're different than they are. And a lot of them can't accept that they're different than they are. Yeah, a lot of these white people and all these Asians, Af, Mexicans, all these different breeds of the same people, they can't accept that we're different than they are. And this is what it is. No matter how many times they want to eat our organs, no matter how much they try to act like us, they'll never be us. We need to learn to accept reality.